Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on the Iron Feather Racing Network, getting ready to kick off the Daytona 250 presented by Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare. There has been one small snag on iRacing's side. We're going to have to redo the session here. So we're going to give them a moment to do that, and we'll log back in. But as that session is being prepared, I want to go over and stack it up how we got here tonight, as how we're going to set our lineup. We'll take a look back at qualifying that took place Tuesday, February 22nd, to set up the front two rows. Raymond Rittenauer got quick time with a 50.075. Matt Quick timed in second quick with a 50.079. Josh Ball, Roger Diebold, Josh Cully, Trestonot, Justin White, Sam Green, Corey Deal, Brendan Klusterhuis was your top 10. However, the only two locked in were on that front row, Rittenauer and Quick. No surprise there. And we'll move on to Tuesday, March the 1st, the Holla Holla Duels at Daytona. Duel number 1 was won by Aaron Carpenteri. Raymond Rittenauer finished in the second spot. David Jedlicka third. Fourth was Sean Bounty. Fifth, Matthew Welsenbach. Ryan Peplinsky sixth. Josh Cully seventh. Eighth was Corey Teal. Sawyer ninth. Rounding out the top 10 of duel number 1 was Dustin Franklin. On to duel number 2 from Tuesday, March the 1st. Roger Diebold grabbed that victory, set himself up for the outside second row. Sam Green finishing the runner-up spot. Paul Smith brought home the third spot. Matt Quick came home in fourth. Donald Sadusky rounds out your top 5. Brendan Papatat finished in the sixth spot. Dan Half in seventh. Eighth was Brendan Klusterhuis. Kyle Hall finished in the ninth spot. Trestonot rounded out your top 10. Once again, if you're just joining us, we had a little snafu. Trying to get a new session up and running at the moment. And as soon as that session is up, we will join the Daytona 250 from Daytona International Speedway. You're not seeing, what you're seeing is what you're supposed to be seeing. Black screen and the logo for now. iRacing had new updates tonight, which messed up the starting order, so admins are working on getting that session up momentarily. And we'll get ready to go here. Roger Diebold, the Cosmic Motorsports team. Sam Green and Paul Smith, Fort Worth screen printing teams. Get a restart here. Hopefully get the new session up here pretty quick. Still checking the league tab. We're going to take a short break. See if we can get some entertainment up while we wait. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Auto Club Speedway. The Auto Club Speedway located here in beautiful Fontana, California. Trucks are still waiting on that session. We're going to take a peek into the admin booth and make sure all is well. Do apologize for the wait. Throw back here. Throw it back to the truck series, the Gutter Team Truck Series. Watch the replay here as we are getting the session set up for you. I say we're going to watch it, but display capture is on the wrong screen. And so you'll be watching broadcast from a past truck series race from Fontana, California. As we get this new session up and going, we do apologize for the delay. So we will be right back at it here shortly. I see an edit button on mine. Getting loaded into session now. Should be coming up shortly. Appreciate your patience. And welcome to the Josh Kelly Fan Club. Arizona, California, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and Texas. They're ready to cheer and drink beer. Cheer on the Josh Kelly and the 33 machine. Everything coming back online. We'll take a look at some cars choosing to take the warm up. We're going to reload on these paint schemes, and we're going to get set to go here. Already waiting on the last of the drivers to load into the section. And we'll get the Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare 250 underway in just a moment. Ray Rittenauer, Matt Quick scheduled to start on the front row. We'll get them set up to rock and roll here as the cars will take the grid. And fortunately, the only way I can show you that starting lineup is to visually do it. As soon as everybody grids. Ray Rittenauer scheduled to start on the pole here tonight. See the front row, Ray Rittenauer and Matt Quick. Starting on inside of row number 2, we'll find the 7 of Aaron Carpenter to the outside. It'll be the 38 of Roger Diebold, your 2 dual winners. David Jedlicka will start inside of row number 3. To the outside, we'll find the 21 Cosmic Motorsports machine of Sam Green. Field now will roll off the grid. Sean Downey scheduled to start in the 7th spot. 8th will be Paul Smith. Starting 9th, Matthew Welsenbach. Starting in the 10th position, it'll be Donald Sadusky. 11th position, Ryan Peplinsky. Starting 12th will be Brandon Papatat. 13th, Josh Ball. Dan Half scheduled to start in the 14th spot. 15th will be Corey Deal. Brendan Klusterhuis in the 16th spot. 17th will be Sawyer Ott. Kyle Hall 18th. Dustin Franklin 19th. Treston Ott will start in the 20th position. 21st will be Adam Strong. 22nd, Zach Kreiser. Josh Kelly. 23rd. 24th will be George Belfons Jr. 25th, Matt Cherry. Elaine Hughes in the 26th position. Alex Little, 27th. 28th will be JT Lauderdale. Brian Workman, 29th. 30th will be John Garrett. Jason Mosier, 31st. Dave Matson, 32nd.
Hang on, we're not going green.
33rd
Not going green.
will be Kelvin Mosier. Matt Jorgensen scheduled to start in the 34th position. Justin White scheduled to start 35th. 36th will be Storm Patterson. Nathan Shiflett on the grid in 37th. Manning Gregory scheduled now to start shotgun on the field in 38th. 38 cars going to make the call. Pace lap's going to be extended for one driver who is having trouble re-entering the session as the field paces around Daytona International Speedway. So the lights are now out. Admin's doing their best to give Gregory enough time. But now the lights are off. And we're getting ready to go 100 laps here at Daytona International Speedway. Appreciate everybody for tuning in here on Tuesday Night Thunder on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Ray Rittenauer, Matt Quick. Got the front of the field tucked in here. Gonna see everybody jumble up nose to tail. Do apologize for the late start. iRacing throwed a wrench. Field down, filing off of turn number 4. Pace car. Gonna go to the safety of pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
Season 7 of the Iron Thunder Racing League Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series is open. The field will file off down into turn number 1. Quick and Rittenhour side by side. 7 of Aaron Carpentier will jump up to the outside lane. He'll tuck in between Quick and Debo. Turn number 2, they go down the back straight away. 7 of Aaron Carpentier jumps up front with help from Roger Debo and Sam Green. Bottom lane now. A little bit of a 3-car breakaway, but it'll be the 12 of Paul Smith sitting in the 4th car. He'll try to find the rear deck lid of that 21 machine. Take a look at your leader, the Cosmic Motorsports 7 of Aaron Carpentier, former champion, making his return here in Season 7. 88 of Josh Ball back there, currently scored in the 7th spot. A big bump there from the 12 of Paul Smith. Not sure what caused that car to jump up in the air. 3 laps now on the left here. Drop back to the field and look. Looks like Rittenhour has some front end damage on his 87 Ford Mustang. Back further through the field here. Corey Deal in the 56 machine. Scored in that 20th spot. He'll work outside the repair machine. The number 37 of Ryan Pepolinski. Teammate Josh Cully will be tucked in behind him as well. As we now put 4 laps on the board. See the Donald Slusky 19 machine. He's currently scored in the 18th spot. Check back up front here momentarily to our leaders. Field starting to spread out back there. Seen some 2 wide racing. 3 wide at moments. Papatat has found his way up the 4th car in line on the bottom of the speedway. Papatat scored in the 5th spot at the moment. Papatat up 7 spots. 7 positions gained in 5 laps for Brendan Papatat. Menon Gregory has now made it onto the speedway. That car currently 3 laps. Make it 4 laps down. Matt Quick and the 87 of Rittenhour leading that outside lane all the way back in the 8th spot. 24 of David Jedlicka. Right underneath him. As they ride right now, still leading Aaron Carpentier, Roger Debo, Sam Green, Papatat, and Paul Smith round out your top 5. As David Jedlicka makes the move up to the top side of the speedway, he'll deposit himself in front of the 89 of Matt Quick. Paul Smith in the 7th spot. Caution out on the speedway. Cars all over the racetrack. We'll back it up and see what happened. Some kind of connection issues. Looks like the wreck happened well ahead of these drivers. Trying to get that number on you. 31 of Welsenbach possibly involved. Up into the 90 of Kyle Hall, the 19 of Sadusky. John Garrett, 33, and then connection. Connection issue from iRacing apparently, because Dream seems to be doing fine. Still having some kind of connection troubles through iRacing. Not quite sure what the deal is. We're going to get it rectified though. Ready? Hopefully that stabilizes or whatever is going on. New updates on iRacing seems to have got everybody. As Brian Workman was your leader, he'll take a left-hand turn onto pit road. That'll drop the lead back over to Roger Diebold. Aaron Carpenteri rides in the second spot. Sam Green, Brendan Papatat, Ray Rittenauer round out your top five. Lights out around the speedway. Getting ready to come back to the green flag. We'll get the restart. Lap number 10 of 100. Diebold, Carpenteri on the front row. Sam Green, Brendan Papatat, row number 2. Raymond Rittenauer. Paul Smith in row number 3. Row number 4, Jed Lika and Josh Ball. Row number 5, Kloosterhoos and Matt Cherry. We'll have 21 laps left here in stage number
flag,
1.
green flag.
Green flag is out. Lucky Dawgs, Doggie Daycare, 250 back underway. First caution of the night. Deposits himself down on that bottom lane. He'll take over the lead. Now get pushed from the 38 of Roger the Bulldozer D-Bold, and that dude White's Chevrolet. Excuse me. The 12 of Paul Smith now. Second car on the outside lane. First point paid in the event. In the next gen cars, the Fort Worth Premier Series. I want to give a big shout out to Fort Worth Screen Printing for their sponsorship of the Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. We'll hear a little bit more about them later on in the broadcast. It's everybody vacating that top lane. Lead pack now breaking away. It's like the Workman machine. We'll tag the tail of the lead pack, and we'll take a look at Dustin Franklin, George Belfons Jr., Josh Cully, Corey Deal. Next 4 cars in line. Tressenot will be the rear of the field here. Has some extracurriculars going on up front as we work our way back through the field. First 5 cars of the Speedway single file on the bottom of the racetrack. No longer ball goes up to the top and lost his ride in the park. Into 21 of Sam Green. Dan Haff will pick him up. You'll have Zach Kreiser behind him for 35 as well. 6 of Storm Patterson into 5 of Matt Cherry. Out of turn number 4 this time, we'll cross the stripe. Adam Carpenteri, your leader. He'll put 15 laps up on the board here. Take a look back through the field a wild weekend. End of stage number 1 coming on lap 30. End of stage number 2 will be on lap 60. Carpenteri, Roger Debold, Paul Smith, Sam Green, Ray Rittenhour, your top 5. Of Zach Kreiser. A serious XM machine is half having connection issues and a bad place to have them. First look at Nathan Shiflett in Napa Auto Parts 57. Louisville, South Carolina native, joining us here in the Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. As I look at the Reaper Speed Labs Fort Worth screen printing machine of Storm Patterson, driver of the 6th machine. Right now working his way up through the field. Patterson scored in that 8th spot, 28 spots up from where he started tonight's event. So far, the biggest mover. Nathan Shiflett up 23 spots to the 14th spot. Moving through the field here with 18 of 100 on the board. There is the 19 of Donald Sadusky and his Remembering Ryan Chevrolet. Sadusky remembering his son, who was also an iRacer, avidly on the sim. Donald hosts the Ryan Sadusky Memorial here on the Iron Thunder Racing League, as well as various other leagues throughout the season. '31 of Matthew Welsenbach, who was involved in the first incident, will go to the bottom of the speedway. Roger Debold, Aaron Carpenteri right now, working good together at the front of this field. Habitat trying to get something working on that top side. Cognate Motorsports stacked up at the front of this field. Roger Debold, Paul Smith, Sam Green, Aaron Carpenteri. Cognate Motorsports 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the speedway. And then we'll have JCOM's Ray Rittenhour right now scored in the 5th spot. .21 laps on the board. Stage number 1, caution coming on lap 30. This is the Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare 250 from Daytona International Speedway live on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Brandon Pampatat, the Fort Worth Screen Printing Esports Series driver, working with Rebel Racing's Josh Ball in that 88. They're going to come up on slower traffic. 15 of Treston Ott who was damaged in the first caution, as the field will have to work underneath that machine. Taking out of Matt Quick down to the bottom as well. There's a look at the 6 of Storm Patterson, the M&M Motorsports team driver. We'll see 88 and 48, Papatat and Ball trying to work together, but for some reason the Ford and the Chevrolet do not work great, as Kyle Hall will have to go to the outside as the field storms by. Underneath that 90 machine, Shiflett now trying to make his way around as we exit turn number 4. Lear gonna put lap 24 on the board. Next time by to be 5 to go before end of stage number 1. The racing probably gonna start heating up a little bit. Everybody gonna go after maximum stage points. So far, nobody out of the race. All 38 cars on the speedway. Matthew Welsenbach 9 laps down. Well, that machine on the speedway in his 31 machine. We'll get a look at the Welsenbach machine. Just ahead of him, Dustin Franklin. And behind him, the 74, Brian Workman. Back to the front. Still, those Cosmic Motorsports teammates. Tucked in, nose to tail. Well, let's get a look at seeing how fast that 7 of Aaron Carpentier can get this machine around the speedway. See those top speeds and also see the driver input on that steering wheel as well. That information located on the lower right hand side of your screen. Walking ever so close to, oh, Dan Half with trouble back there. Dan Half got up to the outside retaining wall. Donald Sadusky making his way back up through the field. Ball and Papatat can't quite get nothing going on that outside, as Cosmic Motorsports got the front of the field on lockdown. Ball trying to do everything he can on that top side. Oh, around goes Papatat. Ball up in the air and over on his lid. And for some reason, the yellow flag has something to do with our connection. Back up the replay. See, the 48 gets loose hard up at the outside wall. The 19 of Sadusky gets into the back and causes that car to go up in the air. And that'll be the stage. See it from the chopper cam. Kyle Hall involved again. Up in the air goes the 88. Sadusky on pit road. We apologize for the cars, the connection, and something doing with the caution flag. While we're under caution, we're going to take a quick break and check over everything and make sure all connection is correct.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
We're back here live on Daytona International Speedway, still under the caution flag at the moment. Your leader, Raymond Rittenauer, followed by Brendan Kloosterhuis in the second spot. Third is Roger Debold, Matt Quick. Fourth, fifth will be Aaron Carpentieri. Sixth, Sam Green. Seventh will be Storm Patterson. Sixth, Paul Smith. Seventh, Storm Patterson. Eighth, Sean Bounty. Ninth will be David Jedlicka. Rounding out the top 10, Matt Jorgensen. Matt Cherry, the 11th spot. 12th will be Zachary Kreiser. 13th, Nathan Schiffer. 14th, George Belfons Jr. 15th will be Corey Deal. 16th, Daniel Half. 17th, Adam Schroen. 18th, Jace Mosier. 19th, Matt Quick. Rounding out the top 20, Elaine Hughes in the 29. Getting ready to go back green. And I'm sure the new update did cause some issues, and if it happens again, I'll go back through the settings. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Raymond Rittenauer. And here goes the cosmic push. Debold, Carpentieri, Green, and Smith now going to get all hooked back up together. They'll charge on that outside. And big moves going on that outside lane. Debold and Carpentieri to the point. They'll be along the six of Storm Patterson. We see our first look at the Bounty Hunter, the 34 of Sean Bounty. Bounty in the black and orange 34 machine. First car in line on the top side. He'll have help from Nathan Schiflet and Zach Kreiser, along with the 5 of Matt Cherry. But that leader at the front of the field, Roger Debold. 2 Cosmic Motorsports teammates run 1 and 2. M&M drivers hook up on the top lane. Can they get something going with Nathan Schiflet? I take that back, the 34. Sean Bounty, not a M&M Motorsports driver. Storm Patterson going to the front. Help from Sean Bounty, Nathan Schiflet. Schiflet goes to the bottom. The other 2 stay to the top. Schiflet gonna reap the benefits. Roger Diebold and Aaron Carpentieri will swap spots down the back straightaway. But that caused the Storm Patterson machine and the 34 Sean Bounty to surge ahead. Zach Kreiser puts himself down in front of Nathan Shiflett. Patterson, Bounty, Cherry will choose to stay on top. They'll have Deal behind. Laps into this 100 lap race. 64 laps remain. Stage number 2 going to end on lap 60. Corey Deal flirts with an outside retaining wall over in the middle of 1 and 2. He'll gather that car back in, keep it straight. But now we see the bottom line so dominant. Here comes Matt Cherry. He's going to jump down in front of Zach Kreiser. You see the bottom line be so dominant, but last few laps, that top lane has been the place to be. Now the bottom showing some resurgency. Led by the 5 of Matt Cherry and the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet machine. Cosmic Motorsports dominated that first stage. Now we'll see the Bailey Curry Racing machine of Matt Cherry lead the field. M&M Motorsports 6 of Storm Patterson led early on in stage number 2. Cherry goes to the top of the speedway. That'll allow Kreiser to move and lead the bottom of the field. Cosmic Motorsports on pit road as we have some swapping back and forth at the front of this field. Zach Kreiser in that bottom lane with Nathan Shiflett, Corey Deal, George Belfons Jr., Raymond Rittenauer broken it away. Six cars have broken away from that top lane. Nathan Shiflett with a big push to the 39 of Zach Kreiser. Taker's coming to pit road this time by. We'll see him peel off. Sean Bounty, David Jedlicka, Josh Ball, Justin White, Alex Little, Kelvin Mosier will hit pit road. Looking back at Cosmic Motorsports pit stops, Paul Smith with a 6.2 second stop, 6.1 for Sam Green, 6.3, 7.7 for Roger Debo. Chrysler, Shiflett, Deal, Belfons Jr. now. Deal moves up with Belfons. And a 33 of Josh Kelly has made his way up through the field now, up 18 spots as he currently make it 20 spots as he scored in the third spot. Two of Justin White. Oh, contact! Chrysler, around goes. Looks like the 09 of Dave Matson. We'll see if we can get a replay here from the chopper cam. The wreck already started. Oh, Shiflett got a piece of that. 6 is Storm Patterson. Dan Half. Brendan Papatat. Car's going way down to avoid. So our caution out now, lap 46. We'll get 47 this time by. Fourth caution of the night. Field now filing back out. Aaron Carpenter going to inherit the lead. Looks like the lights are out around the speedway. Carpenteri, Green, Smith, Debold. Ball your top 5. .48 laps on the board. Stage 2. Going to end on lap 60.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Aaron Carpenteri will bring the field back to life. Field will start the form behind the top 3. Nose to tail, make it 4. It'll be all Cosmic Motorsports. Alex Little coming up through the field here. First time we saw him tonight, he's up 21 spots to the 6th spot at the moment. Seeing Cosmic Motorsports dominate stage number 1. Carpenteri, Depot, Green, Paul Smith, top 4 on the bottom. Josh Ball leading the charge at the top, followed by Sean Bounty. And the 24 of David Jedlicka. Kelly riding that 9th spot. He's currently up 14 spots from where he started tonight's action. Raymond Rittenauer, see him sitting back there in the 9th spot as he works his way along the speedway. Daytona 250 presented by Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare, Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Appreciate everybody for taking your time out to join us tonight on Tuesday Night Thunder. Getting ready to put lap 52 on the board. Just over halfway here at Daytona. Walk through the field while we can. Top 5 there. claw machine having connection issues. Look at the CRT small engine repair 33 of Josh Cully. Sandwiched between Little and the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Title sponsor 66 of John Garrett. Currently scored right now in the 11th spot. This lead pack 16 cars strong. Then we'll have to jump back 2.5 seconds. Matt Jorgensen in the 46. Ryan Peplinsky, Adam Schroen, and Sawyer Ott. 2 seconds behind them, we'll find Brendan Papatak, Justin White, Dustin Franklin, Matt Quick, Kyle Hall, 27 of Manon Gregory. Carpenteri continues to lead the field. He just logged 5 on the board. Josh Ball still trying to mount a charge on the outside with help from Bounty and Jed Lico. But the Mustang of Cosmic Motorsports flexing on the bottom of the speedway. They'll have 3 of their cars out in front of that second lane. Stage number 2 as the field files down the back straightaway now. We'll take a look at the front of the field from high atop the spotter stand here. Let's ride on board real quick with our leader, Aaron Carpenteri. Let's do it on the gyro cam. Drop back to Roger Devo. Can't quite get a good shot of it, but right there on the dashboard looks like some fun artwork displayed in looks like all the Cosmic teams. Now ride with Roger Devo. And let's just take a look at what he sees out the front end as he keeps that 7 of Aaron Carpenteri. Get a good look at the banking here on the gyro cam as well. Should be 1 lap. 2 to go in the stage. Field will foul by Kyle Hall on the as he is on the outside. Now the 16 of Alex Little. He's going to jump up to that second lane. Josh Cully with a big run. He and Raymond Rittenauer jump up, and Carpenter going to go defend that top side. As we are one to go in the stage. Carpenter jumps up to that outside to block the 33 of Cully. Now Cosmic Motorsports has a monopoly on both lanes here at the front of this field. Oh, Carpenter tried to get back down in front of the teammate, and he may get stuck out in no man's land. Contact with Josh Cully. Oh, round goes to 5 of Quick, and we stay green. Debo takes stage number 2, followed by Sam Green, Paul Smith, Aaron Carpenter, Ray Rittenauer, Josh Cully, Alex Little, Josh Ball, and Sean Bounty. Carpenter had held off the charge, tried to get down in front of teammate Roger Diebold, but a little too late. See if we can go back. Coming to the line here. Replay button not working like it's supposed to. We'll look back at the 5 of Cherry. Carpenter knew he was in trouble here. He tries to go up and stop the advance. Can't quite do it. There's slight contact between the 7 and 33. Or 3 wide back there with Bill Fons Jr. for a moment. And looks like the Cherry Machine gets down on the apron, gets that car upset, and spins to the inside. David Jedlicka might have got a bump from the 66 as he goes through down on the apron. As they filed off of pit road, this time it is Roger Diebold, your leader. Followed by Sam Green, Raymond Rittenauer, Paul Smith, Josh Ball. Brandon Pampatak coming out of pit road 17th. But he'll get hit with a pit road penalty driving through too many boxes on exit. See a couple of cars. We'll take a look through the field. That is Roger Diebold. I'll look at Sam Green's 21 Proton Mail Machine. There's third place Raymond Rittenauer. His Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare JCOM entry. Cosmic Motorsports 12 of Paul Smith. Rounding out the top 5, it is the 88 of Josh Ball. We'll look at the 7 of Aaron Carpenter. As we're 1 to go. Sean Bounty. Sean Garrett. Matt Jorgensen. And a battered and tattered Matt Quick in that 89 machine. Corey Deals 56. Dave Matson's 09. Take a look at the line of Adam Strome. David Jedlicka into 24. Brendan Klusterhuis into 25. There's a look at Nathan Shiflett's 57 machine. Dustin Franklin's Fort Worth screen printing Chevrolet. We see Matt Cherry's 5 machine. A CRT small engine repair of Josh Cully. Getting ready to come back to the green. Pace car off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Lap 64 goes on the board. 37 laps remaining here. Oh, Cosmic teammates on that top, white knuckle driving. Roger Debo going to take it to the top. Now Cosmic Motorsports. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in line on the top. Car snaking all the way down through the tri-oval here. Cosmic Motorsports just putting on a clinic. At the front of this field, it's Roger D. Bolger, leader Sam Green, Paul Smith, Aaron Carpenter, Ray Whitman rounding out the top 5. These guys learning this new car. Oh, Sam Green and Aaron Carpenter getting a little swirly. There'll be 35 laps left here this time by. Stage number 3. Clicking them down, getting closer to crowning a champion of the Lucky Dogs Doggie Daycare 250 to open season 7 of the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Bounty and Klusterhuis mounting a charge on the outside. Followed by Jorgensen, Quick, Cherry and Shiflett. They've got something going on that outside. Sean Bounty will edge up ahead of Roger Debold. But now they'll charge back on the bottom. Cosmic Motorsports gonna go back to work. Three wide back there around the 16 of Alex Little. Ryan Pepolinski stuck out through by David Jedlicka in the middle. Pepolinski up. Oh, Chrysler touches the 37 of Pepolinski. Everybody keeps it clean and green. Sean Bounty, Matt Cherry, Matt Jorgensen. As as they've got that Cosmic Motorsports broken up there. Sam Green and Roger Debold lead that top lane, and they're on a mission. Carpenteri and the 12 of Paul Smith shuffled back. 13th and 15th now as they cross the line. No surprise there. Sam Green back to the lead, followed by Roger Debold, Sean Bounty, Matt Jorgensen. Bounty trying to make a decision. He will go to the outside. Jorgensen will not follow suit. He'll fall in line behind the 38 of Debold. '09 Dave Matson. He'll drop in behind Matt Cherry on the bottom of the speedway. Now the top lane. Coming back to life. And we'll have our first look of the night of the 43 of Kelvin Mosier. He's currently scored now in that 4th spot. As Bounty and Ball drop to the bottom in front of the 21 of Sam Green. Green jumps back up to the top. 38 of Debold are going to follow. Green will drop to the bottom. Roger Debold help from the 43 of Mosier. .30 to go as the field files down the back straightaway. Mosier's got Debold out front. Now he'll drop down in front of Sam Green. Everybody trying to split up these Cosmic teammates. Jed Lika got Roger Debold pushed out there. Slower car of Hughes on the high side. Field working underneath. She'll scrape the outside wall. Everybody gets by on the underside of the 29. Roger Debold thinking about going to that bottom side of the raceway. He won't, but David Jedlicka will. That'll lose all momentum for Roger Debold. Now Kelvin Mosier steps out of line. Mosier stuck, no man's land, in the middle. Roger Debold up now into 3rd lane. Oh, Debold grabs the outside wall. Debold all the way back. David Jedlicka, your leader. Sean Bounty to the outside. Debold dropped all the way back to the 7th spot. Sean Bounty gets a push ahead from Ball. Ball makes his move to the bottom very violently. But we continue on to 27 to go. 74 of 100 on the board. Sean Bounty not quite sure whether he wants the top or the bottom. Now he'll go to the top. Paul will stay on the bottom of the speedway. Roger Debo fighting his way back up to the front. Moser using a lap car for an advantage. Roger Debo now have cleared the 34 advantage. Now go to the bottom of the speedway. '43 of Mosier may be having a little bit of connection issue. Here comes Shiflett. Shiflett and Paul Smith. Paul Smith will dive to the bottom. Big run underneath Shiflett. Shiflett will get a surge from the 46 of Jorgensen. He'll lead the field across the stripe for lap 77. The field just storms by the camera. Shiflett, Jorgensen up at the front of this field. Alex Little in tow. They'll stay on that outside. Speedway, he'll tuck in behind the 7 of Aaron Carpentier. Back in the 4 spot. Oh, the 25 of Kloosterhuis. Not sure what happened to that machine. He drops down below that yellow line. Shiflett gets swirly. Takers on pit road. Kelvin Moser, Josh Ball, Sean Bounty. Thorne Patterson, Dave Max, the host of the cars. On pit road. Slower traffic at Peplinski goes to the bottom of the speedway as the field files by above him. Do we have any more takers on pit road? Not from the lead pack. Top 15 yet to pit. Cosmic locked and loaded on the top now. 20 laps remaining down the back straightaway. Cosmic Motorsports stacked up. All 4 cars on the top lane. They'll power their way to the lead. Dropped off the pit road. Now it's down to 19 to go. Field will file by the 09 of Dave Maxson. Lead group right now: Paul Smith, Aaron Carpenter, Roger Diebold, Sam Green, Alex Little. How long will they stay out? Really surprised to see them not. And as soon as I say it, they line up on the bottom of the speedway. Laps ago. Paul Smith, Roger Diebold, Aaron Carpenter, Sam Green, Alex Little, and Sean Bounty in the 6th spot. 7th, Josh Ball. 8th, Storm Patterson. 9th, Josh Cully. Running out the top 10, Brendan Kloosterhoos. Through the tri-oval one more time. 17 laps to go. You're tuned in and watching. Let us know who you're pulling for. Where you're watching from. If you're watching us over on Facebook, head on over to YouTube and give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications, bell icon to let you be notified when we go live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Typical broadcasts include Monday and Tuesday nights. Rush Series on Monday night. Tuesday night, Thunder with the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Sixteen laps left. Twenty-one cars on the lead lap. As your leaders fan out and come down pit road, everybody makes it on safely. 31 seconds behind them is Sean Bounty and the rest of this hungry field. Alex Little, a 9.3 second stop. Roger Diebold 9.2. Sam Green 9.5. Aaron Carpenter 9.4. As they'll enter the speedway, the field will blow past on the outside. Surprise, Josh Cully moves to the bottom of the speedway. He'll lead that bottom lane. Help for the 25 of Kloosterhoos. But up front is Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, David Jedlicka, Storm Patterson. 14 laps left. Cully charging on the bottom. Yep, from the 25 occlusions, we see George Belfons Jr. and the Belfons Racing 94, third car in line on the bottom of the speedway. Cully, Klusterhuis, Bounty, Ball, Jorgensen, your top 5 as we're down to 13. Bounty slipping back as the outside lane not getting where they want to be. Kelly, your leader in the CRT Small Engine Repair, Wilson Farms, Strutmasters.com. Sponsoring the Shine 33 of Josh Kelly. Storm Patterson scored right now in the third spot. 94 Belfons. It's a lap car. Currently 2 laps down. I do apologize. In the excitement, I did not realize that. See Storm Patterson pop up to the outside lane in front of the 48 of Pampatat. Pampatat looking to return the favor from last night as the 6 of Patterson pushed him to a win, and Patterson gets maybe a push he didn't want. Belfon steps out of line. Corey Deal now will take his place. He'll be third car in line on the bottom of the speedway. Storm Patterson will put Belfons Jr. 3 wide in the middle. Belfons in no man's land. That time by 10 to go. Cully, Klusterhuis, Cherry, Patterson, Pampatat, the top 5. With Nathan Schiffler, Matt Jorgensen, Zach Kreiser, and Sean Bounty, the top 10. Peek back there, we see Cosmic Motorsports trying to mount a charge. They are a good ways back off of this field. About 6 seconds behind the 32 of Dan Half, who rides in the 13th spot. Caution flag out on the speedway. And there was the incident. Let's view it from the chopper. Cherry moves up, maybe netcode into the 6th. Pampatat go on board. The 34 Sean Bounty. Oh, looks like he was able to get on the binders. And man, the pace car out really early. Kloosterhoos, Patterson, Pampatat, Jedlicka, Garrett Matson all on pit road. Currently working our 6th caution in total of the night, including stages. Eight laps remaining here. Lights out around the speedway. We'll get the restart with 6 laps remaining. Josh Cully, Matt Cherry, Matt Jorgensen, Nathan Schilfett, Sean down at the top 5. Who's going to make it back to the checkered flag?
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Josh Cully. Early lead here. Oh, he jumps up to the top. Cherry goes to the bottom. Cully goes to the bottom. Now Cherry goes back to the top. Goes back to the bottom. Cherry to the top. Now Jorgensen and Cherry go to the bottom of the speedway. So does Sean Bounty. Jorgensen connection issues hindering that 46 machine. Dan Half up there on that top lane. Roger Diebold stuck behind that machine. Diebold and Carpenter going to dump to 38. They'll put him in no man's land. Kreiser and Shiflett, they'll jump up. Shiflett not quite sure where he wants to go. Cherry leads with 5 to go into turn number 2. Dawgs turn 2, hit down the back straight away. Cherry, Jorgensen, Bounty, Cully, and Shiflett the top 5. Shiflett will move to the outside. Jorgensen now moves up, off the bottom, a little bit of momentum. Cully's going to try to capitalize as Cosmic trying to mount a charge, make it 3 wide back there. Brendan Kluger, Zach Kreiser, Storm Patterson, 3 wide, back in the middle of the field. Cherry and Jorgensen breaking away. Hornets Nest back here. 6 through 8. They're racing, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 4 to go. Coming to 3, halfway down the back straight away now. Matt Quick with a battered and tattered machine runs the 9th spot. Completely missing the whole front nose cone of that machine. Cully and Shiflett trying to get it moving on the outside. Jorgensen will abandon the 5 of Cherry. Now a charge from the top. Jorgensen and Bounty move to the bottom of the speedway. Three laps to go down the back straightaway, halfway down. Bounty jumps up in front of the 33 of Cully. He'll charge alongside the 46 of Jorgensen. 7 of Aaron Carpenteri. There's their 3 wide racing back here. Can they hold it together? 12 of Paul Smith. Jorgensen, Cherry. Oh, the 9 of Adam Schroen. And Mayhem. Apologize for that. We'll get it fixed. Chopper Cam will tell all tales. Look at the 5 of Matt Cherry. We'll slow it down just a little bit. Oh, nowhere near the 34 Bounty. Bounty's car just breaks to the outside. See the distance between Cully and Bounty as they come through the frame, and Bounty's car, rear end steps out. Nowhere to go for Jorgensen. And now Cherry and Bounty get together. But we're going to go into overtime here. Adam Schroen in the 9. And then the computer went haywire. Alrighty, first attempt of the green white checker coming up here. Josh Cully, your leader, followed by Matt Quick, Dan Half, Aaron Carpenteri, John Garrett, Roger Diebold, Nathan Shiflett, Zach Kreiser, David Jedlick, and Dave Matson round out the top 10. And the battered and tattered machine of Quick. I'm not sure if it's just on my screen or if he truly does not have a nose. I'm going to go with some type of glitch. Set you up for the green-white checker. take the green. They make it back around to the white. They'll race back. And if we rewind, Cully going to choose the top side. If we jump back to season 6, Tuesday, April the 6th, 2021, right here, Daytona 250% by Lucky Dawgs, Doggie, Daycare. Josh Cully was your winner in season 6. Can he go back to back? We're getting ready to find out. Quick lined up on the bottom. Two Cosmic Motorsports teammates, nose to tail behind Cully on that top side. See some nose damage on the front of the 7 of Carpenteri, season 1 champion of the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Base car off. Green back in the air. We're underway. Hopefully for the final restart of the night, Cully goes to the bottom of the speedway. It'll take a bit to get these cars back up to speed. Day and a half of the 66 of John Garrett. Now John Garrett will jump up to the outside. Now we'll think better. They'll fall single file. Shiflett gets forced down below the line. He comes back up, makes contact with
Caution, yellow flag.
the 5. Caution is out. Matt Cherry, Adam Schrom. George Belfons Jr. involved. Nathan Shiflett. We'll see Shiflett get forced to the bottom of the speedway. The right camera angle. Oh, Dave Matson doored that machine. Shiflett back up. Takes out the 5, the 39, 35 involved. Oh, George Belfons Jr. a hard hit. Go back to the chopper cam. Take another look. Oh, net code big time. Green white checkered attempt number 2. Something with Shiflett. for 2 to green. We'll work our way back to the 1 to go signal. Josh Cully, Matt Quick, Dan Half, John Garrett, Aaron Carpenter, the top 5. Roger Diebold in the 6th spot. Brendan Klucher 7th, Storm Patterson 8th, Dave Matson 9th. Bounty going to round out the top 10. Field now doubling up behind the pace car. Lights are off around the racing surface. Josh Cully, Matt Quick, gonna get one more shot at this. This will be the last green-white checkered attempt. Pace car getting ready to duck off. One final green flag is out. Cully back on the hammer. He'll drop back down to the bottom. Here comes John Garrett charging on the outside. Be coming back to the white flag. Quick and Cully out front.
The yellow flag is out.
And the yellow flag out. David Jedlicka, Matt Cherry, George Belfons Jr. And that's going to wrap it up. Josh Cully, your winner. Matt Quick. John Garrett, your top 3. Let's take a look real quick. See what happened back here in the field. All the 31 of Welsenbach goes up. Contact with Belfons. He'll hook the 24 of Jedlicka. And we'll work on getting these guys up as they make the final lap. And Josh Cully will come around and get the official checkered flag. Back-to-back Daytona 250s. Alrighty, we'll look to get them up in the booth. Alrighty, waiting on. There's fireworks going off. Cully may be out of fuel. Or maybe just slowly pacing as we look to get him in the booth. Missing Cully and Quick in the Discord. A day and a half actually finishes in the third spot. We got Quick in an interview looking for Josh Cully. Maybe he'll decide to join us in a moment. We'll go ahead and get day and a half up in the booth. Take a look at the 32 of day and a half in just a second here. Now trying to get day and a half up in the booth with us. Alrighty, now joining us in the booth, the Castrol Super Clean 32 of day and a half. Got a little crazy there at the end. Seen the race pretty much dominated by Cosmic Motorsports. But you're able to fight your way through and become the first Ford in the rundown. Congratulations. I'll tell you what, my timing messed me up. I thought John actually finished third, but hey man, that's a great way to start off the year, getting the podium finish. And we know how Daytona is, but it's got to be a good momentum rolling on in as we start off the year here. Alrighty, man. Well, we thank you for taking your time out to race with us, and we look forward to hearing from you here in the near future. Yes, sir. Alrighty, 1 second, and we'll get Matt Quick, driver of the 89, now in the booth with us, and believe he's missing part of his race car, and I thought it was I really thought it was on my screen only, This new update has gave me some bugs, but you're able to. I mean, no surprise you finished the super speedway on the podium, which saw Cosmic kind of dominate there early, and I guess the field kind of figured out if they could get them separated, they had a chance. Rate lace melee going on, and you're able to fight your way and squeeze your way up through there and follow Josh Cully across the line there.
Well, that was called pure luck. I just had nothing going. With the new update, the draft package is different, so we were experimenting, and I got trained at the start of the race, and it just was never the same. And Ray Rittenauer and I were just trying to figure things out, and we are in the same room with Cully and Ryan Poblensky, and just talking, trying to figure out how to do the runs. And the first run, like there just wasn't like the outside line would just not go, and then all of a sudden we pitted, and then all of a sudden outside line was kind of there, and it was just really weird. And I'm sure there's gonna be an update, and everything that we saw tonight is all for nothing. But regardless, pure luck with that lap 98 wreck or whatever. I was just in the right place at the right time, and I was just trying to stay at the bottom. I didn't have a front end from one of the wrecks. I still have a quick fix, but I was waiting to get into one of those wrecks like at lap 98. I just happened to miss it, and then I had track position, and Coley's my new teammate this year with Ryan Poblensky, and yeah, we just tried to time the restarts and just get lined up, and we just got lucky with two quick cautions there on the green white checkers. I think if we made it clean and we had the second lap of that last restart, I don't know how much of a run the outside would have got, but I was not leaving Josh aside because one, I didn't have front end, so it wouldn't do me any good, and we would just kind of see what would happen. But I think I just wanted a top 5 finish, and I got second, so that's awesome.
Definitely a good way to start the year, and we know for sure, even if there is an update to this draft package, the first 3 people I know that's going to figure it out, it's already been mentioned. You, Rittenauer, Quick, and I'll even throw Peplinski in there. I know y'all guys will be the first to figure it out. But man, once again, congratulations. Start the year off strong, and look forward to diving on in more into season 7.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully, we can stay more consistent, and we'll see how this new gen car works out with everything.
All righty, man. Good luck.
You too. Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can get a 33 of Cully up in the booth with us. Get a shot of that CRT small engine repair machine. And now joining us in the booth, back to back, starting off the last 2 seasons with the Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare 250 from Daytona. Congratulations on surviving a crazy race there at the end, man.
Yeah, how about that, huh? We got up there when it counted and didn't have any bad luck. Got rid of our bad luck last night, I guess.
I tell you, that's a good way to start it off. And we're sitting here last April in the same boat. And I tell you that I believe I racing through everybody for a loop on this update. It got me as well up in the broadcast booth. We saw Cosmic kind of dominate the first stage of the race and started dominating there into the latter part of the second stage. It seemed like some people kind of figured out if you can get those guys broke apart, you can, in that dominance. But it seemed like certain cars that, I don't know, a Ford and Chevy really couldn't get nothing going on the top. But if you got at least 3 of the same make, they could get some big runs.
Yeah, the side draft is really extreme with the new update. If you can get a run and stay away from the side draft, have a car length in between the 2 lanes, and the outside lane could move. But if you got to side drafting or any of that side draft effect, the back lane seemed to fall back. So when we went up there, we tried to make the 3rd lane work, at least down the straightaway, and kind of side draft in the corner, and that seemed to help a lot. And then once we got up there, I just tried to work with Matt, just to bring it home. And I wasn't up front a whole lot until the end there, but I wanted to be there when it counted, so I was trying to save my stuff.
I'll tell you what, man, congratulations once again on starting the season off with a win. And Maybe you can keep them coming. Congratulations, man, and we look forward to having you back up here. It's always fun to watch you run, and we appreciate you taking your time out to run with us, and we'll see how it all unfolds as we dig on deeper into Season 7.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for broadcasting, and everybody tunes in and watches, and feels good to be locked into the championship already. So now we can just see how things play out and try to race smart.
Alrighty, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks. See ya.
Alrighty. That was the 33 of Josh Cully, back-to-back Daytona 250. Presented by Lucky Dawgs Doggie Daycare. And we apologize for the audio issues. Maybe this update, I'm not quite sure what happened, but we'll dig deep into it and get it fixed. Congratulations once again to Dan Half, Matt Quick, Josh Cully on their podium finish. John Garrett brings it home in the 4th spot. Fifth, Aaron Carpenter, Roger Debo, Brendan Klucher, 7th. 8th belongs to Storm Patterson. 9th will be Dave Matson, Raymond Rittenauer. Scrapes together a top 10 finish. Corey Deal brings home 11th. Matt Jorgensen in the 12th spot. Josh Cully up 22 positions, by the way. John Garrett gained 26 positions in the race. But the biggest mover in the race was that of Storm Patterson, who finished in the 8th spot, 28 positions advanced during the race. Dave Matson finishes in the 9th spot. Raymond Rittenauer, 10th. Corey Deal, 11th. Up 22 spots to 12th was Matt Jorgensen. 14 spots up. In the 13th spot was Alex Little. Sam Green in the 14th spot. 15th will be Dustin Franklin. Paul Smith finishes 16th. Up 20 spots to number 17, the 57 of Nathan Shiflett. Adam Strong finishes 18th. Sean Bounty 19th. 20th will be Matt Cherry. Kelvin Mosier brings home 21st. 22nd belongs to Kyle Hall. JT Lauderdale 23rd. 24th, David Jedlicka. Manon Gregory will finish in the 25th position. 26th belongs to George Belfons Jr. Zach Kreiser 27th. 28th, Brendan Papatat. Matthew Welsenbach will bring home his Ford in the 29th spot. Sawyer Ott, he'll finish 30th. 31st belongs to Josh Ball. Ryan Peplinski finishes in the 32nd spot. Elaine Hughes, 33rd. 34th will be Tresson Ott. 35th, Justin White. Jason Mosier, 36th. 37th will be Brian Workman and Donald Sadetsky, credited with 38th. Tune in Athens Screen Printing Rush Series, and then Tuesday Night Thunder for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out.